All right, man. So I also wanted to talk about a little bit of soccer. Have you been keeping up with the Champions League?
Yeah, I haven't been able to watch all of the games
Yeah,
just because I was driving up from LA or at work, but I always watch the extended highlights.
Yeah.
Or like the 30 and 60 type thing, right? Yeah, I like to watch as much as I can essentially. So I'm very up to date in terms of what's going on in the Champions League.
What do you have to say about two French teams in the semifinal? That was crazy.
It's hilarious. I think it's funny. Because people have always for years said that that's the Farmers League, and then
it is,
right?
Yeah.
Which it is.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because Leon's in 7th in the French league, and now they're in the semifinals.
And
of the Champions League.
they took out Ronaldo's Juve, and then they took out Guardiola's Man City, which is no easy task.
Yeah, I think that's all on Pep Guardiola though. I think the team that he sent out there, he basically set them up to fail.
He put 3 center backs.
Yeah,
he never does that.
He does occasionally, but it's like, it just wasn't what was needed.
And he put Rodri.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand.
What?
Yeah, that's where he kind of lost me. I think there's a lot of better options that could have been played. He lost them that semifinal, but I don't care. Actually, I'm actually really happy that they're out of the Champions League because I really didn't want them to win one. I really didn't. I wanted Liverpool to be the only team like the last few years from at least England to win the Champions League. So
because when did Chelsea win it? Like 2012.
Yeah,
it's been a while now. Yeah.
So it's been a minute. So
So who do you have winning it? Bayern. Bayern's like.
I personally want to see Leipzig Lyon in the final. I think like most people, right? Bro, come on.
Most people except everybody in Germany.
Except
that team.
Exactly. But I think that would be like the People's Champions League because it's not one of the two favorites. It's probably end up being PSG Bayern, right?
Which would be a good one,
right? But I do think, bro, Lyon look pretty good. Also, they look
stout. They look stout.
Yeah,
and
they look efficient.
Ederson, what was up with Ederson? Did you see that?
Well, there's a reason why he's the number 2 goalie in Brazil, bro.
And who's the number 1?
Alisson
You remind the people.
Alisson Becker.
Who does he play for?
Liverpool Football Club, the best team in the world.
Ooh, you'll never walk alone.
Never. But bro, Ederson makes a lot of mistakes like that, and it gets overlooked pretty often because of his ability to play out. He's a really good outlet goalkeeper.
Yeah, he is.
Passing with his feet, with his hands, it doesn't really matter. But when it comes to the shot blocking ability, it's questionable sometimes. Not to the extent of like Kepa.
Oh.
Right?
No, don't disrespect Ederson like that.
Right. No,
he
doesn't not bad,
that.
Right? He's not bad. But it's
just trash.
I just don't think he's consistent enough from the shot stopping aspect of his job, which is
the main
job, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I have my own thoughts about it, but I do think sometimes he's kind of set up for failure in the sense that the people in front of him aren't reliable. Like the center backs, and it sometimes puts him in a position where,
they have like a very high line. Man City, so.
High line, but also just like a lack of quality in the center back positions, which is something I talked about on my podcast.
Oh yeah. What's your podcast, just for everyone out there?
Well, right now we're currently going through a rebrand, so there's not like a set name or everything. We basically put out a bunch of rough drafts for people just to listen to.
Okay.
But when it is all set up, we'll definitely be sharing it.
And I'll put the link.
Yeah, 100%. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
But yeah, I think they signed Nathan Ake though. Nathan Ake, I think, is a quality young center back. Young too, so I feel
he's from Chelsea, no?
Originally from Chelsea.
He was loaned out
to Bournemouth. And then sold from Bournemouth, got relegated, and then Man City bought him for.
Why didn't Chelsea give him? He's pretty solid.
He is solid. Yeah. I think he's better than or just as good as center backs that he has right now. But I mean, bro, Chelsea have like an abundance of youth talent. They send out everyone.
They're loaned out like crazy.
Yeah,
they play FIFA and
the players probably from Chelsea. One of the players on your team is from. You can be in Peru, and your second division team will have a player from Chelsea. That's how that works.
On loan from Chelsea, right?
Exactly. But no, I mean, kind of just going back to the Ederson thing. It's just unfortunate sometimes he gets himself put into those positions. Sometimes he sets it up for himself. Other times his center back kind of just laid on the plate for the opposing team. But
since we're on that center back topic, I feel like we have a shortage of center backs in the world right now. Do you follow that or no? I feel like there's not that many good center backs. I feel like defense overall in soccer is taking a hit. It's not really.
That's interesting. I don't know. I think that there should be more. I don't think that there's like a complete lack of center backs.
Like if you don't have an elite center back right now, which how many could you really say are elite? Who do you go out to buy? Or who is the potential? Like there's only a few.
I like the center back from Leipzig.
Yeah, he's nice. Yeah, Real Madrid, hopefully.
I like him a lot. Even though Koulibaly had a stinker against Barca, bro, I think he's a quality center back defensively.
Yeah.
But again, like that's kind of like also let's make it really easy. Who are the elite center backs?
But I mean, every elite team used to have some, and I feel like now, like Piquet's not elite no more.
No, he hasn't been elite for a few years.
Yeah, but like he was part of that list back in the day.
Yeah, like
for a little bit.
Yeah, like probably 4 years ago.
4 years ago, yeah. And then I mean, who does Chelsea have right now?
Rudiger.
He's not elite.
Who's there? They have Kurt Zuma.
He's not elite either.
No,
I don't like Zuma.
No, but what are
all right, Man City, they don't have elite center backs. So like a lot of the good teams don't have elite center backs, and they used to be where like most elite teams at least had one anchor,
right?
And now like most of them are just good offensively, and their defense is like just okay,
enough to get by.
Like Bayern has some pretty good, but even then, I don't think
Boateng and Alaba.
Yeah, Boateng he's decent.
Sule is pretty good too, but
Sule,
but he's too slow.
Yeah, he's too big.
Yeah, he's like
a lineman for the NFL.
Exactly. But he gets the job done. It really depends on who they line up against, right? And that's who they'll use sometimes. But
you see, like Chelsea, you don't see their back line. You're like, damn, like it's gonna be a tough outing. It's just like,
no, definitely not. I think they're gonna buy they're gonna buy Chilwell. He's a left back from Leicester. Well, from Leicester.
Yeah.
Solid, but it's not a center back. You know.
Yeah.
We'll see, man. We'll see. I think that your take on the defense though. Our friend Jason, he had said something to us the other day.
Oh, the wing back.
Yeah, the wing back position being the most important.
Shout out Jason.
Yeah, 100%. But I agree with him. I think it's the most important position right now.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going to let him, because I know he's going to come on and talk about it. I'm going to let him elaborate in depth about why.
Yeah.
But I agree with him. I do agree with him that the wing back position is basically the most important one right now.
Yeah, but you can never overstay the significance of a strong center back.
A strong center, yeah, 100%.
Like, I mean, one of the things that make, obviously, Liverpool have two of the best backs in the world, but...
Yeah. I mean, Van Dijk is...
But Van Dijk is, like...
The best.
The cog of that defense.
He's the best right now. He's the best center back.
He is.
I think he's the best player in the world, but that's me being really biased.
Yeah,
right? That's me being really biased. But I don't think it's wrong for me to say that he's easily one of the top 5 to 7 players in the world.
No, I mean, he was like, what, 3rd place in the Ballon d'Or?
Yeah.
So that's accurate.
Right? 5 to 7, that's not for a center back.
Yeah,
right? That's not,
exactly.
That's not bad, but...
But then how many other center backs could you put in the top 20 of the world?
You'd probably put Sergio Ramos somewhere in like 15 to 20.
And then that's about it.
Yeah. No, I'm not disagreeing. I don't think there are enough elite center backs, but I think there are some center backs. I do think that there are center backs with potential that are young. I feel like we have to wait another 2 to 3 years before you get an influx of elite center backs.
Yeah. We had a lot of older ones.
Exactly. There's just it comes in phases, right? Everything kind of comes in phases.
Yeah, like was that center back for not PSG. Godin, he was a good one.
Yeah, he's playing at Inter.
And now he's old. Yeah,
it's just unfortunate.
They're getting old, and that new breed has to start showing up.
Yeah, but like Matthias de Ligt, I think this season, being his first season at Juventus, right? Kind of just adjusting to it all, and I think next season will be really good. But at Ajax, he was one of the best center. People were saying he was the 2nd, 3rd best center back in the world.
Yeah,
you know, so it's just a matter of getting accustomed to the way that leagues play, because it's different every league that you hop into, right?
Right.
But I think the next few years will really dictate whether or not there are. I think personally that there's going to be an influx of really talented center backs over the next few years.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
And then MLS needs to get some too.
MLS needs an influx of talent,
just in general.
Yeah, just all across like the starting 11. Which is I'm a fan of the MLS actually. Like I like LAFC. That's like the home team that I have. But the MLS is really bad defensively.
Oh,
sometimes it makes it a little difficult to watch.
Right.
How bad they are defensively, but you know, a lot of it kind of goes back to the way that the structure for professional soccer or the pipeline to professional soccer is established here in the country, which in and itself can be a podcast episode.
Yeah, that's another one.
Right.
Put that up.
I don't want to go too deep into it, but. Yeah, the MLS is definitely not very good defensively.
Yeah, let's not segue into the MLS. So, who's your pick for the Champions League? Who do you have winning the semifinal? Bayern.
Yeah.
Are they gonna trash Lyon, or you think Lyon will be able?
I think Bayern could definitely trash anybody realistically.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Lyon go out 8-2. You know, you would hate to see it.
Yeah. Oh, let's talk about that. What did you think about that? I'm always down to slander Barcelona.
I think it was a long time coming, bro. I think it was a long time coming that Messi really patched over a lot of the lack of quality that the team has. But I've also never really thought that he was a great leader.
Yeah, he
Right.
he didn't have the press conference after.
Yeah, that's not okay. I don't think that's okay. I feel like if I heard the entire team walked out the back door, with the exception of like one or two players, right? But it's like, yeah, that it was a long time coming for Barca, man. It was a long time coming, and I don't feel sorry for them at all. I don't care, to be quite honest with you. I feel like they deserve it. I really do. I have no nice things to say about Barcelona. You know, it's kind of unfortunate to see Messi's career and the way that it seems like it's gonna. I think he's gonna end up leaving. I think this loss, being as bad as it is, I think he's gonna end up leaving now.
Where do you have him going?
Probably Manchester City.
Oh my god, that would be reunited with Guardiola.
Yeah, I think
That would be bad for Liverpool.
I would love it personally because I'd want to see it. I want to see if he can do it in England. He's been in Spain his entire career, right? Which is going to be a completely different change of pace because the Champions League is different.
Yeah, it says blocking.
Right? Is it?
Might be.
The Champions League is different.
Yeah, Champions League is
It's
a different beast. You have to always come prepared. Like it's definitely a sprint.
Yeah, as
the
you can
league
see,
is a marathon.
As you can see, they just got thrashed, man. They got like I've never seen Barcelona get their teeth kicked in the way they just did last week. But again, they deserve it because there were so many needed positions that they had to fill, mainly defensively.
Yeah, Pique should be gone.
He needs to leave. Yeah, he needs to go
to like Ibiza and just chill with Shakira.
He needs to go to the MLS. He needs to go to the MLS. But nah, man, part of it was kind of hard to see because you don't want to see Messi, being the legend that he is, go out like that. But again, they deserve it. He kind of deserves it. The amount of money that he makes a week, right?
It's outrageous.
I'm not saying that it's not deserved.
Yeah.
But it's like, how are you going to complain about not having quality players around you when you're taking up
50% of the
wage budget?
Yeah.
Right? So, man, we'll see.
Who do you think is going to end up with that coaching? Pochettino or what?
No, they hired today the coach of Netherlands.
Oh.
The head coach of the Dutch national team, which will be good for Frankie de Jong's development.
Yeah,
he's a baller, bro. I mean, like this. It's not like they're.
I mean, he has character too. He's the one that had a press conference after the game.
Right, that's what I'm saying, man.
Apologizing to the fans.
He was a co-captain at Ajax with De Ligt.
Yeah.
So he was a baller, and he's gonna be a baller. But let's talk about like who's good on that team that they can build with moving forward. Just really quickly.
Yeah, like Frankie what happened to Griezmann?
Bro, Griezmann, he's not good, bro. Like I don't know.
I feel like Barcelona has done like a disservice to themselves by getting players that their best position is behind the 9 where Messi thrives in. So they're never going to play their natural position because it's Messi's spot.
Yeah.
So
I feel like
Coutinho was the same thing. His best position was in the middle behind like the
forward. Or cutting in the same way that Messi does.
Yeah, right? Or cutting in and then they put him on the opposite side.
It sucks to see. Well, I mean, not really because Coutinho kind of forced his own exit out of Liverpool in a pretty disrespectful manner.
Yeah,
but
that was not good.
I enjoyed seeing him score against Barca.
Oh, that was fun. Right? That was really fun, actually.
I enjoyed seeing that.
And he showed a little respect.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Bro, I'd spit on the ground. That's so disrespectful of Barca to kind of just be like, all right, like we tried to get you in here, but they really didn't have the patience with him.
Yeah, not at all.
And
but to be fair, he hasn't played that good either.
Not at Barcelona.
Not at Bayern either. This was like his first go in a while.
He's been okay.
He's serviceable.
Okay. Yeah,
serviceable.
I think. Well, Klopp said it really well when he left. He said, "You stay here, we build you like you get a statue built after you.
Facts.
You leave, you're just any other player."
Facts.
And well, I mean, his career turns out to be what it is, and we'll see what it is. Hope like what his future holds, but I don't think it's just sad because he really helped like revive Liverpool.
Yeah, he did.
So it's hard to kind of see him just
him and Suarez.
Yeah, but Suarez, ever since Suarez cheered at Liverpool, like when he scored.
Yeah. Oh,
against not at Liverpool, but when he scored against us and cheered,
yeah.
I can't like all my respect for that man went out the window.
Yeah.
So I don't care. I think he's leaving too though this season.
Yeah, and he's easy to hate. Too.
I think he's probably gonna go back to Ajax too.
Oh, that's a hot take.
Yeah, I think he'll end up going to Ajax. But
that Ajax team from a couple seasons ago, that team was disgusting.
Yeah, a bunch of youth players, and now they're kind of all over Europe.
Yeah, what was his name? Cicic?
Yeah, he's going to Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
He's nice.
Mm-hmm.
He's
100%.
so nice.
100%. But in terms of the Champions League, though, I think it's just going to end up being PSG Bayern, and I don't want to see PSG win. So I think Bayern will win it.
You don't want to see PSG
No,
win?
I don't.
Fuck PSG?
It's not so much that. Just they've spent so much. I don't know. I'm just not into the idea that you have to spend this much money to win a Champions League.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
But didn't you guys have the most expensive keeper and center back at the time that you guys won the Champions League?
No, because Kepa had already signed for Chelsea, and Harry Maguire didn't sign for Man United yet. But I think in terms of the way that our model is from a business perspective, we're sell to buy.
Yeah.
Like our overall net spend over the last few years has only been like 55 million in comparison to all these teams that are well above that. So I don't think that the way that we did it is because we literally used the Coutinho sell to buy Van Dijk and Alisson.
Exactly.
So it worked out. It kind of evened itself out, right? Yeah. So again, like yes, we did spend money, but we sold a lot to do it.
Exactly.
And when you get teams like PSG or Man City that don't have to sell and they just continue to buy, and there's this financial fair play that doesn't seem to
affect anybody.
Yeah, that's what makes me upset, and that's why I don't want to see PSG.
Okay, I see that.
That's why.
You know what? You're right. That because it upset me when they didn't fine City or give them anything.
Yeah, they revoked their ban from the Champions League. It doesn't make sense.
That was cheap.
And then they went out and bought a few more players the day after they were freed.
Yeah.
So
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, they've spent almost $1 billion since Pep has taken over.
Yeah, for just league.
Yeah, which is the Premier League is not easy to win, right?
It's not. Yeah. But they have higher expectations.
Exactly. If you spend $1 billion, you should be winning the Champions League.
Yeah.
You should not be losing to Leon, whose total team was worth
like 5th.
Yeah, bro. Like that doesn't make sense to me. But that is the beauty of the Champions League, bro. Yeah. Like anybody can beat anybody.
I just want to toot Real Madrid's horn. They did win 3 in a row, and they have not been that aggressive on transfers as of late.
They won the league 3 times in a row.
No, Champions League.
Yeah,
and they haven't really spent that much. I mean, they've spent way more.
I just think it's interesting. VAR came in, and Madrid hasn't won the Champions League since. I feel like there was games that have happened that they have won that if VAR was there, it wouldn't have been the same. But that's all in retrospect, right? I feel like they were really helped out by refs a lot.
I mean, but Ronaldo did leave, so
right. No, 100%. But he hasn't won since
they won. So
that's not. Yeah. Okay.
That might be the biggest cause for why they haven't won it.
Okay, so the way that he left, right? I feel like he left fine, but I feel like there was a lot of Madrid players or Madrid fans that said we don't need him.
Oh no! I mean,
there was some. There was some. There was a lot of people that were like, we don't need him, and you just don't replace 50 goals. Yeah. You definitely don't replace 50 goals with Mariano Diaz.
Oh, they gave him the 7. That was so disrespectful.
But I do like what they're doing. I don't like the team, and I don't like the fans. They remind me a lot of what Laker fans are. But at the same time, I try to put my bias to the side for things like this. I do like what they're doing.
Right.
In terms of they've invested into their youth in general. Like Federico Valverde is a baller.
Oh, he's
right.
Uruguayan.
Vinicius Jr. is a baller. Rodrigo himself is a baller. Yeah. Ferland Mendy's pretty good. I think they'll be set for the next few years. Plug and play here and here. Let Hazard kind of get adjusted. I think they'll be okay. They'll probably contend for the Champions League next season too, right?
Yeah, Hazard needs to step it up.
Yeah, it's just a different. You know, it's different. He did put on a little bit of weight, which we love to see. I love to see players get thick. And then go out and play at the professional level. I think it's hilarious, bro.
I feel like some players don't need that, or their game revolves around them. No, their game revolves around them being like quick and shifty.
Yeah.
And not being big and like stiff.
Yeah.
Like Bale, I feel like he was better when he didn't get yoked.
Yeah.
But Bale could be a whole other topic too.
I love Gareth Bale, bro. I think the way that he verbally and physically has disrespected Real Madrid, for me, I love it because he plays on the team. He's just like he literally said, "I'm gonna just kick it here because y'all owe me money anyway. I'm gonna just see my contract out. I don't care if I sit on the bench." I love that. I love that as from just being disrespectful to Madrid. I don't love it for anything else besides that. Because if it was on my team, bro, I'd be livid.
Yeah, you'd be hot.
I'd be livid,
especially with the wages.
Yeah, with the wages he gets paid, no, for sure. But of course, being not a fan of the team, it's just like, this is funny
from the sideline.
Wales,
like,
it's Wales, Golf, Madrid in that order.
I think,
That's what he cares about.
And he's just like playing with his mask in the.
I love it, bro. I love it. But you know, it is what it is. But Madrid will be fine. They definitely don't have as many holes as Barca. I just don't think that they're the powerhouse of what they used to be. Well, obviously.
Yeah.
Right.
No, they're both teams are kind of like on a decline right now.
Yeah. So we'll see. But yeah, man. I mean, Champions League again. Probably gonna be Bayern or PSG.
Yeah, I think that's where everybody. That's a safe money bet.
Yeah, for sure.
Easy. 100%.
Yeah, for sure. But who knows?
You think Neymar is gonna stay with PSG any longer, or you think he's moving out?
I don't care. I really can't stand to watch. Bro, he's so talented, right? He's so good, but to go to PSG when he left to PSG and only win the league and bro, he just throws himself way too much for me.
He's fun to watch though.
He's
fun.
Right.
Like, you know what? Like, I hadn't seen him in a while just because I don't really keep up with League One like that. And then he had a few dribbles at the beginning where you're like, damn, like, bro, I'm missing out.
No, for sure. He's sick.
And then by like the second half, by the 8th time he's thrown himself, you're like, okay.
It's annoying. It's annoying.
Okay,
I'm not going to discredit his quality, though, and level of talent, because when he's healthy, he's one of the best players in the world. Bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's undeniable, but that's one thing that really annoys me when people throw themselves that way. And it just happens way too often with him, and it happens way too often with Spanish teams for me to want to watch them on a regular basis. Okay. And that was the argument I was having with my brother the other day, where he was saying that like the La Liga in comparison to Premier League are two completely different things, which is not wrong, right? La Liga is definitely a lot more technical.
I mean, Sevilla.
Right, and they just beat Manchester, which I love. Also, I'm not mad. Right, we're on the topic of Europa League. Yeah. I'm not mad that Sevilla beat Manchester United. I don't think Manchester United are that good. I think they have good players. I think their coaches or their managers mediocre, but I do think they get a lot of help via penalties. They've been awarded 22 penalties in one season,
which is ridiculous.
It's infuriating, actually. Right, it's really really upsetting. Yeah. But it's just. I don't know. It just is what it is, isn't it?
It is what it is, exactly.
So, I don't know. But I've been watching... Sevilla is the Real Madrid of the Europa League.
Yeah. They're like, what, 5-time champions?
Yeah, I think when they win the Europa League and they're like, oh yeah, we're going to be in the Champions League next season, I don't think they really care. They're just like, let's get out this first round. Let's go back.
Yeah, let's be like...
We'll be good.
How do you get into Europa? You got to be like one of the top 3rd places or something like that?
It depends on the league, right? It really... Because like in Premier League, it's 5th place. Right? And
no. Like, but if you start out in Champions League and you lose early,
3rd place. You go to
third place, right?
Third place in your group.
And then you go. Then you go. You know, you're not just.
Yeah. So you're coasting with 3rd right there.
Yeah.
They're like, if we get out, we get out. We'll just go back to Europa.
Yeah, we're down to go to Europa.
Yeah, they have a good time there. But who's gonna end up winning Europa? You think?
It should be Sevilla.
Sevilla over Inter, because it's Inter versus Shakhtar right now.
Inter is up 1-0, so it should be Inter Sevilla.
That'll be a fun game, bro. I like seeing Inter come back to somewhat glory. I don't think they're that great, right?
They're not.
They're definitely better than what they have been the past decade.
Yeah.
And they're fun to watch.
What have they done in the last decade?
Nothing. Nobody has done anything in Italy if you're not Juventus. That's the thing.
Even then.
Even then, you're just winning leagues. You're not doing a whole lot beyond that because no Italian team has won the Champions League in the past decade. They got to the final against Barca.
Sevilla's probably gonna add another Europa League to their cabinet.
Yeah, which is fine. They deserve it. They play better. They play better style of play than most of the teams that get that far.
I feel like most Spanish teams are just really good at picking apart teams.
Yeah, it's really. I had this conversation with my brother too. It was just like they're really good at keeping possession of the ball.
They're really really good,
right? But that doesn't win you games. You have to be able to score the goal. And so when like Barca lost to Bayern Munich, I was the first person to text them like, "Well, look at the Spanish team," which isn't a great example, right? Because they're not very good.
Yeah.
But they still won possession of the game by one. It was 51-49, right? Possession-wise. But that means Barca still had a majority of the ball. But it's like you have to score. You can't just possess.
Yeah, I think that's what makes the EPL sometimes more interesting than La Liga. Because it's like direct.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's not like technical. So when they come up against Spanish teams, they're not comparable. It's not like just another tough team going up against another physically strong team.
And I know that, and that's not my argument. I'm not like gonna compare technique from one team to the other, right? But I prefer a team that's gonna come in there and punch you in the mouth. Yeah. Right? And I feel like Spanish teams aren't really doing that.
Yeah, and it's for TV. It's definitely like more entertaining watching the EPL.
Yeah, I think so.
Plus, they have more recognizable players.
Yeah, I think it ultimately depends on what kind of style of football you like to watch.
Yeah.
Because my brother's like, oh, well, I like to watch them knock the ball around, and I was telling him, well, I like to watch competitive games.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of like end to end, which seems to happen more in the Champions League, but you see it a lot in the Premier League too.
Yeah, plus the Premier League, I feel like it's more international.
Yeah.
There's more players from around the world in the EPL.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as I could tell.
Yeah, well, the Spanish team is full of Spanish players,
right? Yeah. Like, and maybe that's where the difference is in their national teams. Like, I feel like maybe
it's crazy.
Spain has a bigger pool than England.
Oh, for sure. Like Hector Bellerin has never made the Spanish national team. He's never made an appearance once.
Exactly, and he's good.
Yeah, he's good.
I mean, he's not that good anymore.
I would cap it there.
Yeah, he's good.
It's just not fair though. It's injuries.
Yeah.
You know?
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, because I'll leave that conversation right there because I don't want to get too deep into Hector Bellerin because I've always really liked him.
I like him more on FIFA than in real life.
I don't know, bro.
Because he's fast.
Yeah, he's fast, and but he has knocked it off a bit. But you know, bro, I think soccer's I think the world of football in general is in a really great place right now.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a lot of entertaining soccer, in a lot of places.
I like to watch I just like to watch young guys that are my age or younger than me.
Yeah.
That go out there and you're playing on this stage and you're balling out. I love the under 23s. That's what I like to call like all the players that are young.
Yeah,
the under 23s.
Like the Olympic team.
Yeah, bro, I love it. I love it. You basically get to see the next stars in the making.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
what do you think of Pulisic?
Bro, I wanted him at Liverpool so badly.
He should have. He had Klopp connection.
I wanted him at Liverpool so badly, but he basically put out the numbers that I expected him to put out in his first season,
which were pretty solid.
Which are solid, no, for sure. But he wasn't,
and he didn't even get that much playing.
Exactly, right. So. But I think next season, if he can stay healthy, bro, next season, the next 5 seasons, he's a baller.
Is he already the best American ever?
No. Clint Dempsey.
Yeah, I like Clint Dempsey. He thrived.
Clint Dempsey took Fulham to the Europa League final against Juventus.
Yeah.
So, until Pulisic does something like that, even though
and that was a small club.
Exactly.
They're like in the second division now.
No, they actually just got promoted. Just got promoted.
But they were.
Yeah, they were in the second division though. Yeah, but I think the future of the sport of football is great.
Yeah, no, we have a lot of up and coming talent.
Like a lot of this. Oh, bro. Yeah, there's just a lot of great things happening in that sport, mainly across the pond.
Yeah, is soccer your favorite sport? I mean, you never answered that question.
I know. Well, but I was really trying to think about it though, because because
it is in seasons. But like, if you just had to pick one,
if I had to pick one sport,
you were quarantining and you could only watch one sport.
Yeah, I'd probably say soccer.
Yeah,
I'd probably say soccer. Even though I feel like basketball is like a really, really close second.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I watch basketball, and every time I watch basketball, I'm like, damn, this is dope.
Well, for me, I didn't play soccer until high school. Well, at least not like competitively.
Yeah.
Because my parents had me in rec leagues and stuff, but I couldn't care less.
Yeah.
But I came
you were thinking about the little.
I was playing basketball. I was looking forward to the oranges. I was looking forward to the grapes. But I like playing basketball and baseball a lot more than I like playing soccer growing up. Okay. I didn't start playing soccer seriously until high school.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And that's why for me it's so hard to be like, this is my favorite sport.
Yeah.
Because it also wasn't on TV in my house.
Yeah.
We watched a lot of basketball and a lot of baseball, and mainly a lot of basketball, and then football every now and then. But But I feel like football right now for me is, from a fan standpoint, I feel a lot closer to the Raiders because I've been able to see them so much the last few years.
Right.
And that's why my love for football has kind of grown a lot over the last 2 to 3 years, I'd say. Even though they've been pretty bad.
Yeah, and then you could never discount your love for the Dodgers, right?
Never. It's just so painful, dope, bro. Right? It's so Liverpool's the first team that I saw, bro. Liverpool's the first team that I saw win a tournament, basically a tournament, right? But a championship.
Anything.
They won the Champions League and then they won the Premier League this season. I cried both times. 100%. Just was there. I was just like, I fucking can't believe this is finally happening. But that's why for me it's just like, that's maybe why it's my favorite sport right now.
Yeah,
it's because it's like I see a team that can win. Okay.
All right, so if I would have asked you that question right before Liverpool won anything, would it have still been soccer? Or
I know that's tough. I probably would have said soccer though. I still probably would have said soccer because I watch so much of it.
Yeah,
I watch teams that aren't Liverpool playing.
And there's just so much soccer too.
Yeah, from all over the world.
There's so much soccer.
It's interesting to me just to be able to see different styles from different.
And then there's international soccer,
which is the best
every year.
I don't know. The World Cup is the best.
Yeah, the World Cup is the best.
International soccer as a whole.
But there's always qualifiers.
Oh yeah.
There's the Euros which got canceled.
There's just a lot of them. I feel like there's a lot more emotion in football and soccer than there is in other sports. But I don't know. It could just be a bias.
It could be biased. Yeah. But I mean, I'm just glad you're a fan of a lot of sports.
Yeah, it makes it fun to talk about. But
And I love sports, and I mean, no disrespect to anybody that doesn't like sports, but sometimes I look at that and I'm like, what do you do? How much time do you have? Like, you must be really successful.
That's funny.
With a lot of free time. But anyways,